to talk to, and who can I turn to? Oh Lord, when no one wants to listen, who can I lean on? Oh Lord, when there is no foundation stable, I go to the rock. I know He's able. I go to the rock. Yeah. I go to the rock of my salvation. I go to the stone that can build a creation. I go to the mountain. The mountain can stand by me. Stand by me. I go to the rock because I know He's able. I go to the rock. The rock. Well, good morning, good morning, and happy Friday. It is an excellent day to serve an excellent God in and with the spirit of excellence. Good morning. Thank you for joining me with Makeup and Morning Message with Coach Sherry, Chaplain Sherry, your community pastor Sherry from the 800 block of Mooney Avenue. Listen, it is Friday, and I am so glad we have another holiday on Monday, King Day. And listen, I'm glad about it. One good thing about working with the federal government, that seems to be a holiday for just about every month. There's a holiday, so it gives you something to look forward to. Good morning. When you are here, would you please greet me? Let me know that you are here. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good midnight. And I know people say, well, Sherry, why are you going all the way to midnight? Because people come in this space for different times. Whatever your case may be, I pray that all is well with you. I'm just a tad bit late, so no telling what we're going to come up with, but we are going to do this. I wanted to make sure that I spent this time with you as I muse about or tell you what I'm thinking about or what it is that I am doing. You know, on a Friday, good morning, Miss Linda. I always try to remind us as we go into this weekend that to engage in Sabbath. We have had to, good morning, Paula. We have had to fight and hustle and bustle and do this and that all during the week. And so it's a very good time to remind us to engage in Sabbath. And you know, my way of thinking is that Sabbath does not involve being in church all day. You know, we can be in church all day on a Saturday, on Sundays. And when Monday comes, we act like we never stopped. Why? Because we have equated church programs, productions, and plays and all of that with Sabbath. And it is not. If you approach Sunday like that, you really is going against the principle that God outlined for us in with the principle of Sabbath, is to stop. Not that your work is not done, not that there's it's complete, but it says that you need to regroup, reset, you need to rest so that, good morning, Miss Patricia, so glad to see you today, this morning. But so that you can replenish, so that you can begin the work again. But if we are in church, now listen, I'm not telling people not to go to church. Go to church. But what I'm saying is that if you, and especially if you are in leadership and you do not have an opportunity to stop, because Sunday is your work day. Basically, if you are the pastor or you are in, that's a work day. But you need, come Monday, you need to find yourself stopping. You need to rest. Listen, I remember being in church all day, going from here to there. But when I got some sense about myself, I want to use Sunday as a day of worship, to come home, to relax, so that I can begin the day again, the work again, because the work does not stop. All right, that's that. That's not what I wanted to talk about. If you enjoyed this space, would you like, share, tag somebody in your clique, your crew, your church? What I really want to talk about this morning is standing still, to be still, to stop, to relax, to stand down, to put down your weapons. If you go to Psalm 46 and we get to verse 10, be still and know that I am God, right? But if you read through that entire verse, it will bless you. It will bless you, because in the first verses 1 through 9, this psalmist, this music leader, talks about the worst, to be still in the midst of the worst imaginable thing that could happen to you. Imagine the worst, the storm. I told y'all I was up all night the other night because I was watching the storm. I guess I had forgot the scripture that said, basically, you can go to sleep because God neither sleeps nor slumber. Well, I was gonna, just in case y'all had called God about something, I needed to make sure that God had not forgotten me if a tornado was to come through the night. But this scripture, Psalm 46, if you read the first couple of verses, this psalmist, based upon personal experience, says when the worst thing that you can ever think happened to you, that you really can stand down, that there is no need to fight. Why? Because God is a very present help in the time of trouble. Look at it. Psalms 46. Say the reason why we don't have to cave in, we don't have to fight, that we can really stand down. Why? Because even when the world falls apart around you, even when it seems like everything is crumbling around you, stand down, put your weapons up, be still. Why? Because God is a very present help in the time of trouble. Look at that song. To stand down when it seems like everything around you is caving in, to stand down, to be still. Why? Because God is a present help in the time of trouble. In the midst of all of that, God is present. This psalmist is so sure that he does not have to fight, that he does not have to worry, because God shows up. Look at the text. Look at Psalm 46. Like a stream in the desert. He says, God is our refuge and our strength, a help always near in times of great trouble. That's why we won't be afraid when the world falls apart. Have you ever been in a situation where everything is around you is just rubble, and you are just as calm as a cucumber? Why? Because you know that there is surety in God's presence, that there is no need to fight, there's no need to worry, because God is a present help. God is always near in the time of trouble. That's why we don't have to be afraid when the mountains crumble into the center of the sea, when the waters are raging, when the mountains shake. Why? We don't have to fear. We can stand down because God is present. Imagine the worst thing happening to you. Everything, chaos in the family, in the community, in the church, everywhere is chaotic. And you're just standing there. You don't move, you don't do anything. How is it that you can do it? That based upon your prior experiences, based upon your prior lived experiences, you are assured that God is present right there in the thick of things, right there in the midst of things. And so by the time you get to verse 10, and the psalmist says, and I'm reading from the Common English, says, that's enough. Now I know that I am God. I am exalted. No, now, let me read that again, because we're so used to reading it in the King James, right? Be still and know that I am God. But the Common English says, that's enough. Now know that I am God. I am exalted among all nations. I am exalted throughout the world. Be still. Stand down. Put your weapons down. No need to fight. Relax yourself. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Relax your spirit. Settle yourself down. Be still and know. Recall from your personal experiences based upon what God has done for you in the past. And we say that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Now, I don't believe that God works the same. I believe that God's essence is the same, but God uses different kinds of methods. So settle yourself down, relax, let your body go limp. You ever been to the nail shop and the nail tech is working on your hands and they say, relax yourself, so that the nail tech can do the work that needs to be done. God says, relax yourself, settle yourself down, so that I can do the work that I need to do. Be still and know. That's enough. Settle down. Go get easy, as my grandma and grandpa used to say. Go get easy, Sherry. What they were saying is, go sit yourself down. Relax yourself. And so that's what I say to us today. Relax yourself. Settle down. And people tell me, Sherry, you don't have to fight all the time. Just settle down. God is doing the work. This is a beautiful picture in Psalm 46. Though the mountains crumble, though the waters rage, though all of this could happen, remember that God is our refuge and our strength. The King James says a present help. The Common English says a help always near in times of great trouble. That's why we won't be afraid when the world falls apart, when the mountains crumble into the center of the sea, when its waters roar and rage, when the mountains shake because of its surging waters. There is a river whose streams gladden God's city, the holiest dwelling of the Most High. God is in that city. It will never crumble. God will help when morning dawns. Nations roar, kingdoms crumble. God utters God's voice and the earth melts. The Lord of heavenly forces is with us. The God of Jacob is our place of safety. Come, see the Lord's deeds, what the devastation God has imposed on the earth, bringing war to an end in every corner of the world, breaking the bow and shattering the spear, burning the chariots with fire. That's enough. Now know that I am God. I am exalted among the nations. I am exalted throughout the world. The Lord of the heavenly force is with us. The God of Jacob is our safety. The God of Sherry is our safety. The God of Joyce is our safety. The God of my grandmother is the God of safety. Put your name in there. God is a present help in the time of trouble. God doesn't have to get ready. God is always present. Even when it seems like God isn't, we can be assured that God is present in the midst of our trouble. So I simply say to you, stand down, put your weapons down. There's no need to fight. Go and put your weapons up, store your weapons, because you won't have to fight. Why? Because God is already present. God is simply telling us this morning, this day, to be still. Settle yourself down. Chill. Go get easy. All you need to know is I'm God and I'm present. Y'all be blessed. And